Welcome to a new episode of When the Heart Calls, a space for quiet truths and lived wisdom of moments that change us, not loudly, but more honestly, when we stop forcing and start listening. I'm Jasmine, and each week I share reflections on what it means to listen, to soften, and to allow what's true to emerge. Today's topic is something that I'm living, learning, and remembering, and I'm offering it here for anyone who may find resonance. I want to talk about the grace of letting go. After I got clear on my why and I knew my values, I realized I needed the strength to make the changes that were calling, but I was exhausted, so exhausted. The idea of making changes, of letting go of things, felt like a weakness. But I knew I had to. Somewhere around the same time, Marie Kondo's book about tidying up came out, and it spoke of joy, of looking at things and determining whether they brought you joy, and ruthlessly making choices about them. And so I did. I started looking at my life and saying, what nourishes me and what depletes my energy? And I committed that if it depleted my energy, I was going to let it go. And I would keep only that which nourished me. That began what would become a huge cycle of shedding and what would become an ongoing practice, which I call energetic hygiene, of looking at, is there anything else I'm holding on to that I don't need to? As I sat with and looked at things, I realized they were anchors. I had emotional attachments to things. I'd crafted a life that society defined as success, but inside I was miserable. I felt like an imposter in my own life. And I began to wonder, who am I without all this? My heart was calling for freedom, for a clean slate. And so I looked at material goods, relationships, career, property, anything, everything was up for grabs. And as I started letting go, and if you experience this, you may find people want answers. People are curious, what's going on? Why are you doing this? What's wrong? And it's hard. You don't always know why it depletes you in the moment, but you know that it's time to let it go. You don't owe anyone answers. There's no one I found to blame. It was just the arc of that journey with those people, in those places, with those things. It was over. It was time to move on. And so I leaned in really hard how I wanted to say goodbyes. And I decided to give gratitude for the joy that things and people and places once gave me, and to send them off with well wishes for the material things, for the joy they may bring someone else, for the people, for the new opportunities and others they will meet in their life, and for the lessons I'd learned from my job and from relationships. And I wish them all well. And it was the most amazing lightening of my soul. I mean, yeah, there are things I gave away in my ruthless discarding, bits of identity that I thought didn't fit anymore. But later I'd come to find, I kind of wish I'd kept that. But most material things are replaceable. If you've lost, like most of us have, people in our life, we know that memories and relationships are the most important. So things didn't matter as much. And so I don't expect that anyone or everyone at all has to do it to the degree that I did. I'm not saying it's right, and there are many other ways. I'm just saying it was my way. But before we close, I invite you to sit with whatever may be stirring in you. You don't need to fix it or name it or resolve it. Just notice what may come alive, and let what resonates stay, and let the rest fall away. So thank you for being here. Until next time, listen gently for when the heart calls.